Okay, good day. A lot of good things, a lot of things to work on. Obviously, you can tell by watching practice that there's a lot of learning going on offense, 4 days in to install. And I thought today it caught up to him a little bit just in terms of the volume, but you're going to have those peaks and valleys. I mean, that's just part of the learning process. So I'm encouraged by their attitude and their effort, but we'll continue to get better with learning the verbiage and lining up quicker and getting the ball up quicker and getting it out on time and assignments and things like that. So, for a head coach, anytime you walk over here after practice, you can be positive or negative depending on which side you're watching. So I was fired about the defense today. But no, I think we're on the right track. I just love the way they're working and accepting the coaching and learning in meetings and bringing it out here and applying it. So it's been really good.
Like you might have cut it a little bit short today?
No, we were about 6.5 or 2.5 hours, and that's okay. What we did. Yeah, we got all our work in today. It was great. You saw we did we incorporated, normally at the end of practice we do our field goals and stuff. We did that in our little red zone lockout period, which is a competitive period. So we got a ton of great work. Splitting fields and going on each field has been huge. I have to get used to the fact that it slows us down a littleit because we're not going at quite the tempo you can't with the bodies that we have, but we're getting tons of reps. I think we had 124, 128 gradable reps on Saturday, which was pretty amazing, so it's exciting.
Like Darnay's making some big plays, making an early bid to go up the depth chart.
Well, they're all competing well, but he made a couple good plays today in one-on-one. He made a nice tackle on the sideline there. He's a remarkable athlete. 196.8 pounds, 5'11", freshman who can run and hit, and he's confident, and his teammates love him. And it's fun to see. He's a special talent. So we just got to, keep him on track, keep him humble, and keep him working. And that's the type of kid he is.
Jed was talking about how he didn't watch much film of last year's team because he didn't want to have any basically preconceptions. Did you kind of flush that away in your own way, or did you feel like it was important to spend a lot of time this offseason kind of digesting what happened in an effort to fix it?
No, I mean, you do that every week during the season, and it's the first thing you do at the end of the season is, before we hired this staff, I had already gone back and, evaluated every player. We have write-ups on every player. We have we call point of attack tape on every player that demonstrates their strengths and weaknesses. We have a plan of attack for them getting better. I mean, that's just normal procedure, really, every year. So I don't think you can ever just flush a season. I think there's something to be learned from great seasons and things to be learned from not so great seasons.
What do you think Coach Foster has brought to this group of running backs as he's come back to campus this year?
I love his demeanor, and he's an excellent coach. He explains things well. He's done it at the highest level. He's been very successful. So he's able to take learning points and describe it in ways that they understand it as running backs. He might see things a little bit differently than someone that's never played the position. I also think that, he's brought him a sense of confidence. That's kind of how he coaches. He's demanding, but he's never demeaning towards them. And I think that's a really important quality to coach. I mean, you can demand the heck out of guys, or you'll be as demanding as heck as long as you're not demeaning in your language. So, and I think he's really good at that.
How do you think the running backs are doing? Has someone stood out to you?
Yeah, I think that Bolu has really stood out, and I think that Brandon Stevens has really stood out, and then Saturday, Nate Starks did some great things. So I'm excited about those three, and I think Soso's getting it, and some of the things that we're doing are new, some of the inside, the outside zone, you have to be a little bit more detailed in your angle of departure, and they all just kind of get it at a different pace, but I think those four are doing a nice job. Khalil's doing a nice job, and then Jalen Starks with the giant club on his hand, actually had a catch in the flat today. So it's a good group. It's a solid group.
We're still very early, but would you like to maybe tighten up that rotation a little bit? I know all five guys got
at running back.
Yeah.
You can't in practice, not when you're working on two fields. You can't tighten a rotation. Everybody has to have reps. And when you're taking 124, 128 reps on Saturday, you need all the backs you can get. Heck, I wish we had more. I wish we had more backs and linemen and receivers and linebackers and D-line. Well, maybe not D-line, that's our strongest, deepest position by far, but you just want more bodies and more people to contribute and compete. So, yeah. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, sorry to keep you waiting. I
Thanks.
apologize.